6 months ago, a close friend recommended a game to me called Wanderstop. I wasn't really interested. It didn't seem like something I'd enjoy. It looked like one of those farming simulators where you bum around doing menial tasks because it's relaxing or whatever. A Harvest Moon Animal Crossing Stardew Valley type deal. But I hold this friend in high regard, and my ears did perk up when I heard it was made by Davey Reedon, creator of weird meta art house games The Stanley Parable and The Beginner's Guide. So I grabbed it and put it on the to-do list for a stream at some point in the future. I didn't have time for this right now. I was in the middle of something. I was working, and my work was going so well. I had so much to do and so little time. I then spent those 6 months completely burning myself out. My name is Emily. I've been a professional video game streamer for 6 years now. I was messing around with game streams in my free time while studying game design in college, but when COVID began, I suddenly found myself at home with a lot of free time and a very uncertain future. So I just started streaming. Constantly. As much as I could, in the hopes that it would lead to some kind of financial stability. And I succeeded. In a few years, I managed to amass enough viewers and enough regular income to officially make it my job and move out of my dad's place. That was 2 years ago. I've just been trying to keep things going since. Though in the meantime I've developed some questionable work habits. I've just finished my stream Let's Play of Danganronpa 2, and I was consistently doing 3 other Let's Plays alongside it. That's 4 streams a week plus side projects. Danganronpa 2 was a long game, and it was wearing me out, but I kept telling myself, finish DR2, then you can take a break. Your numbers are really good right now, you can't lose this momentum. Just get through this month, keep it going, just finish DR2 and then you can rest. It doesn't matter if you're only sleeping 4 hours a night. It doesn't matter if you're tired all the time. It doesn't matter if people around you are worried about you. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen the sun all week. The only thing that matters is that the streams are as good as they can be. They have to be. It has to be perfect. And it has to be done as soon as possible. The audience deserves it. And you deserve to give them something you're proud of. You deserve this. Because you're a hard worker. And there's nothing you can't do. You have to make yourself proud. Finally, 2 weeks before I was set to finish Danganronpa 2, Wanderstop ended up at the top of the to-do list. So I made it one of the 4 Let's Plays I was concurrently working on. And during the first session, I got really pissed off. Because I realized not only was I this game's direct target audience, but my friend knew it. Everyone who watched the stream immediately started noticing similarities between me and the game's main character, Alta. Alta is a woman who spent her whole life training so she'd never lose a fight. She's determined, adaptable, and a hard worker. She pushed herself to the limit every day so she'd be the strongest in the world. And she succeeded. She was the undisputed champion of the arena for years. She'd finally made it. Then, one day, she loses. She thinks it's just a momentary setback, that she can come back from it, but she loses again. To someone who should be far less skilled than her. And she doesn't understand why. Why'd she make such a stupid mistake? Her sword, once a perfect extension of herself, is so heavy. Her body, so trained to peak performance, feels so sluggish. No matter how bad she wants it, she can't be the person she wants to be. Not anymore. For the game's duration, Alta is stuck in the forest, reluctantly working in the tea shop the game is named for. Every time she tries to leave, she passes out from exhaustion in mere minutes and has to be rescued. Her sword is left to rest on a tree stump. Alta can't pick it up. It won't budge no matter what. She reasons it must be cursed or something, stuck in the proverbial stone. But everyone else can pick it up just fine. It's her. She's the problem. She's completely burned herself out. She defined herself by what she was good at, but she can't be a warrior anymore. And that leaves her without any identity to hold on to. Everything about Wanderstop pisses me off. The lackadaisical atmosphere, the unclear progression, the lack of any tangible rewards. The giant tea machine that seems to have been built specifically to be as unwieldy and time-consuming to use as possible. You accrue items, you develop relationships with characters, and you can customize the clearing to your heart's content. But every now and then, the game seems fit to flip the table and resets practically everything. The layout of the clearing is randomized. The characters, their narrative arcs often still incomplete, all disappear and are replaced with new ones. All the trinkets and toys you collect vanish without a trace. Even my favorite mug is gone. It makes it all so pointless that I don't even want to bother. What's the point of doing anything if I can't get any permanent, tangible reward from it? Why does this game delight in giving me things to play with and then ripping them away? Because it's the point. The point is to learn to do things for no reason. To do them just because it's fun, or to relax and not feel like you're wasting time. The only things that persist when the clearing resets are the pictures on the walls and the souvenirs left behind by the customers. Your memories of the things you did, the things you decided were worth remembering. The work you do in Wanderstop isn't challenging and it's not even rote. The point is to let your mind wander and just enjoy the simple process of making tea and gardening, just for fun. And it sucks. It's a harsh, uncomfortable lesson. I'm not good at relaxing. If you asked me, what do you do to relax? I wouldn't have an answer for you. When I lay down, I feel like I should be working. When I read a book, I feel like I could be doing something more productive. Video games are work to me, and they've been work for years. Ever since I realized I wasn't going to make it with a traditional job, video games became an avenue to sustain myself. And I'm good at them. I'm great at video games. That's why playing them became my job. But now I find I can't play them without screen sharing, streaming, or posting screenshots, on the off chance it gets turned into content. I'm my own boss, but that means I'm always on the clock. It's the result of a life spent grinding, of collecting achievements and proudly displaying them on your profile, of working just a little longer before going to bed, of watching number go up. A life centered around the idea that if you work hard, you'll be rewarded for it. My name is Demily. According to various websites, that name originates from the Roman family name Aemilius, which supposedly means hard-working or industrious. This origin is disputed, but whether it's true or not is irrelevant, because either way, that's why I chose it. Because I only feel like myself when I'm working hard and succeeding. And Wanderstop very much disagrees with that line of thinking. Wanderstop doesn't have a traditional antagonist. Alta spends a lot of time getting mad at a lot of people, but none of them are her enemy. If there is a force opposing Alta, it's her own mind. The voice that once pushed her to be the best there ever was, that got her through every hard day of training, is now screaming that she's not doing enough, that she should be better than this, that she's wasting her time in this clearing doing nothing. The opposite narrative is delivered by Pyro, the owner of the tea shop. A frustratingly wise and laid-back character whose advice is always good, but always annoying to have to hear. When me and Alta reject his advice, he never gets mad, and he's never even disappointed, just concerned. He's just there to help. Sometimes I want to punch his lights out, but unfortunately he's kinda always right. I imagine this is how Zuko felt talking to his uncle Pyro. Pyro insists that what Alta needs is to rest and recover, to learn to be at peace with not always working towards a goal, to be proud of herself even when she's not accomplishing anything. Alta and I find these lessons equally difficult to learn. But fine, we play along. We serve tea to the customers and we listen to their inane rambling. We collect tea leaves, we go around tending plants, we can use their fruits to make different flavors. We get good at using the tea machine, despite there being no point to being good at it. We watch the trinkets and people we collected disappear like snow in the sun, over and over again. And every now and then, we make tea for ourselves and drink it. Because the guidebook has a little stamp for drinking tea made with every ingredient, and I'm an incorrigible completionist. The game playing a little trick on me, baiting me, so I'll engage. And then we just sit there, on a bench. The music cuts out, and we just listen to the wind, rustling the tree's leaves. For every flavor, Alta has a little internal monologue. And when she's done, we just sit there for a while. There's more to do, but I don't really want to get up yet. Is this what calm feels like? Is this how you do it? Am I relaxing? Am I doing it right? I'm doing a good job at relaxing, right? Tell me I'm doing it right. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I have to do a good job at this so I can get better. But why does this hurt? Why is relaxing so frustrating, so stressful? I'm doing my best! There's one idea that's always chasing me. You have to make the most of the time you have. The fact we only get one lifetime to do as much as we can. The fact that as we get older, our bodies become less capable of doing the things we want to do. And what's truly unfair is that the harder you push yourself to attain your goals, the faster you often have to slow down. I don't have the patience to be the turtle who outlasts the hare. I don't want to slow down. I don't want to rest. I don't know when I'll lose the ability to do the things I want to do, so I have to do them all now, immediately, as fast and as well as possible. And that means I'm always going to overwork myself. I'll always be the hare who gets tired before the end of the race. How am I supposed to relax when there's so much left to do? At time of writing, I finished my Danganronpa 2 Let's Play 2 weeks ago. Since then, I've only streamed twice. I finished Wanderstop. I felt really shaken by it, but couldn't enunciate my feelings on it yet. And then I played Heaven Will Be Mine with some friends. 2 streams in 2 weeks is so very little for me. But my sleep schedule's improving. And now and then I've been going outside and just sitting down somewhere, listening to the wind. I still don't like Wanderstop. It's not a fun game to play, and I don't feel good when I play it. In fact, it's often straight up painful. But I don't think like is the right word to use here. I appreciate Wanderstop. I really respect it as a piece of art, what it's trying to say and the way it chose to say it. I'm glad it gave me the experience it did. I think it was valuable, harrowing as it was. I think it was something I needed. As I get older, I find I can appreciate works like this more and more. Things that don't just exist to be exciting or fun. I want to be open to uncomfortable experiences and be challenged by them, even if it hurts. I don't know if I can learn to relax. Even now, I'm writing this when I could be resting. That drive to always be working towards something, it's gotten me so far. That instinct that tells me to give it 110%, it's saved my life so many times. It's defined me. But I suppose it needed to be reined in. I suppose I have the capacity to hurt myself with it. To trust my gut feelings a little too much. To think I can do anything and stretch myself too thin. When I was little, video games weren't work yet. I didn't have a lot of games because we couldn't afford them, so those few games I had, I played over and over. My second-hand PS1 games didn't have achievements, and nobody was watching me do it. Playing them was just fun. Maybe one of these days I'll learn to play a game again, without making it into work. Hey everybody, thank you for watching my very first of whatever this is, a video essay I guess, I don't know. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to my friends Codex Entry, Nezumi VA, and Typewriter Monkey. They were all huge helps in getting this thing made, providing advice and feedback every step of the way. This wouldn't happen without them. I don't know when I'll be making another one of these, but I guess it's a thing I do now, so it feels like a matter of time. I'm quite proud of this for being the first one of these things I've ever made. I've set up the Patreon, as you can see. If you enjoyed this and want me to make more of these, you know where to go. Thank you very much for watching.